This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura Integra for only $289 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield Home Security System guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura RDX for only $399 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
We're celebrating a new year with new savings at Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer. Save big on a 24 Corolla, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. We're bringing you deals that strike fast and hard at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
There's just one place where you can take $10,000 off the 2025 Acura MDX. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
There's just one place where you can drive a new Acura ZDX for only $239 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Welcome aboard. It is a beautiful Thursday because we're blessed. We are here at Hialeah Park, like always, like every Thursday, here in the second floor poker room. Come on out, enjoy yourselves. Got folks, a lot of folks playing poker and watching the games, the races across the country, anything that's going on. Got TVs, got the ladies serving you food and drinks. It's a beautiful thing. Got some loose slots downstairs. Come on out. Join us. We'll be out here for a couple of hours having some fun. Steve Calabro will swing by, so we'll talk to him. Last night, I survived. I went roller skating for the first time in years. I think the last time I was there, it's called Miami Roller Rink now. It used to be called Super Wheels or whatever it was in Kendall. It's like I think it's the only roller rink in Dade County, actually. I think all the other roller rinks are in Broward. I believe there's only one in Dade County now, and that's Miami Roller Rink. And so last night my daughter was like, hey, let's go roller skating. So I whipped out the Rydell Classics. Okay. I got a picture of it. Put up the picture there on the my bad. I know. But anyway, so I whipped out the Rydell Classics. And I actually went to the pro shop before I went into, because these skates are old. They're in great shape, but they are in impeccable shape, actually. But they're old. That pair of skates, what year do you think I bought that pair of skates? Okay, Sean? All right, bring it up for the folks to see it. All right, what year do you guys think I bought that pair of skates? What year? I want to see what the guesses is right now. What is your guess? What year did I buy those skates? Right there. Okay? Want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. What's your guess?
I'm going to say with that color combination, that looks like it's about 85, 86.
Okay. All right. What else do we have? Come on, guesses. I see the guesses. I see them. Juan says 83, the same year my dad bought his ice skates, and he still uses them today. 84, 89, 83. It's pretty interesting. Only one person has it right. Only one person has the right decade. Gus 1388, baby. 1978. Those skates are from 1978. Kids at the pro shop, I go, well, I'm about to show you skates that are way older than you guys are, and this entire building here. 1978. That was my third pair of skates. I had a cheap pair of skates that I got like in 75. I grew out of them quickly, and I got a pair of Rydell Classics that were smaller. And then I outgrew those, and I bought this pair. I was a 10 and a half. I was a 10 and a half at 12 years old. Okay. So I had a big foot. I have a 12, actually. 12 and a half. It all depends. And so I said, my dad goes, well, we can't, those things are expensive. So I bought another pair, and I bought them in 12s. So I had paper stuffed in the top tip of the thing so I could, as I would grow into it and all that. And obviously I did. And I've had those skates. And if you think about it, they're from 1978. They look pretty damn good, bro. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I got to do now? I got to get them polished up. That's the next thing. I got to go somewhere where they can polish them up and look good, because I am now going to add this to my routine. I didn't fall yesterday at all. No ass on the floor at all. I did a little backwards for only a couple seconds because I was trying to teach my daughter how to skate backwards. She's trying to learn. I know how to do it, but I didn't really try to do it yesterday. Okay. Like I barely crossed over on corners because my legs are not there yet. I like my lower body and my core. It's terrible, dude. I am in such bad shape, but that's going to end now. And the best part was after I finished skating, my foot was a little sore, my surgically repaired foot. But today, no discomfort, no pain, no nothing. I had no pain after I was out of the boot and hanging out in my house after the shower, chilling out. The pain went away. So it was kind of like regular soreness from breaking in. Because obviously, if I'm skating now I'm doing things with my foot that I haven't done in whatever movements I'm doing and all that. So I'm sure I'm breaking up cartilage inside that foot. But the best thing now is every time I exercise, I don't have pain on my foot for days later and all that, which is what was happening to me, why I never stayed with any kind of exercise, because it was very painful for my foot every time. And I think it wasn't healed. Worst part about getting old is, man, when you have injuries, they take a while to heal, dude. You don't bounce back like when you were young, man. So it was fun yesterday, actually. And they got a thing where you pay $40 a month and you can go unlimited. So I'll go a couple times a week, skate for a couple of hours, get some real good exercise, a good sweat in. I got a good sweat in. That was good, man. That was fun yesterday. That was fun. That was can't complain. And the Rydels were perfect. I had them checked out. He made sure the trucks and everything was kosher, and they were amazed at how fantastic the skates looked for the age. So nice job by you, Gus 1388, 1978, bro. Way to go, man. Way to go. Yeah. And I think if I remember correctly, they were expensive. I want to say we paid back then like $150, $175 for those skates. Because Rydels were not cheap. I don't even know. Do they sell those anymore? No, right? There's no way they sell Rydell Classics anymore, do they? I'm sure they sell Rydels, but not like that. Not like that kind. Because that's the kind that, if you remember, those of you that are old enough, if you go look at the boots, they have those, they had the little holes on the side. They used to hang shit from it and all that kind of stuff and all that. By the way, the cancer challenge that they do for the Dolphins, can you do it on skates? Because I know they have walking.
I'm only going to say no because they do it in the parking lot area. So you're going to have gravel. You're going to have
single blades can go on streets. I mean, if you're biking, you can do single blading. You're right. On a regular roller skating, it's a pain in the ass.
And that pavement's not always.
Yeah.
Where the cars drive over is not.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if since they have the track there now, if they have something diagnosed through the
F1?
using the F1 track somehow as part of a course. Now if they do that, then you could probably skate.
Yeah. Yep. Big O, the final episode of Cobra Kai released. Watching it for my B-Day tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday. I quit on Cobra Kai. I think it was season 5 already at that point. It was just jumping the shark for me. It's a little too much. Big O, who was the hottie of the decade when you bought those skates? Oh, Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett Majors, Jacqueline Smith. I would say, Barbie Benton. Hotties. Linda Carter. What's it called? Barbara Bach from, she's really pretty. I'm a Latin guy, so she didn't have much of an ass. So that to me is kind of a knock. You know what I'm saying? It's, I have requirements, and I have my women got to be shaped like a guitar. Got to have them curves. But she was very pretty, and in those days, she was one of the sexy knockouts. Of those days because of smoking, because of not smoking the bandit. What's it called? Um, just the good old boys, never meaning any harm. So, Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah. So yeah, I would say those were the hotties of the day. I'm probably forgetting a couple, but yeah, right around there, I would say. Yeah. I mean, Raquel Welch was still a smoke show at that time, and Margaret was still a smoke show. I mean, Mother Jugs and Speed must have been somewhere in the mid 70s, right? I want to say like 74, probably 75. So yeah, she was still there in the hotness category, and that was all 2000 BC and all that. So yeah, I would say Anne Margaret and was still there. Was one of the smoke shows of that time too. Yeah, Pam Grier. Ooh, forgot about that one, bro. Pam Grier. Ooh. Yes, Pam Grier. Yes. Coffee? Are you kidding me? Yes. Pam Grier, I think, is one of the most underrated, hottest women in the world. It's a great call on your part because she was doing all the blaxploitation movies. So it's not Charlie's Angels that you're on everybody's TV and you're on TV Guide and shit. But if you go back and look at Pam Grier in her day, that woman was 10 plus, bro. 10 plus. Gorgeous and a body. Makes every Latin and every brother very happy, put it that way. Okay? I got a stereotype, sorry. Just saying. It's how we are. It's how we roll. We roll with the curves. We love the curves. Pam Grier, great call. Woo! Oh, woman and a half, bro. You watch her in some of those movies, you're like, yeah, baby. You better be ready to have, you better have eaten your Wheaties to have fun that night. I'm just saying. You're going to need a lot of energy. Heard John Schneider from Dukes of Hazzard is big on Bitcoin. Yeah, okay. Good for him. Whoever is, load up. Hyperinflation's coming, baby. That's all I can tell you. Not a financial advisor. Go search. I don't know nothing, but yeah. What's coming is really, really bad. Vanessa Del Rio. She's from the 70s? Vanessa, can you bring that up? Because it kind of sounds familiar, but I cannot picture Vanessa Del Rio. She's from the 70s? From what? What is it? I don't know what it was. That one, not sure, man. Let's see, what else do we have? It might not show up in the statistics, but where is definitely helped. Bam doesn't have to cover the perimeter and get rebounds and try to block shots. He's only going to get better. Raul, he doesn't block shots. You understand that, right? He's not a shot blocker. You know what I mean? I get it, bro. He had a nice night last night. Let's not get crazy. Relax. Take it easy. He's not going to get any better. How many years will it take, dude? We're like 7 years into a career. He is what he is. There are no stars on the Miami Heat right now. Tyler Hero's not a star, and Bam Adebayo's not a star. They're really good role players. They're not stars. Okay? None of those guys can be compared to Tim Hardaway, to Alonzo Mourning, to Dwayne Wade, to LeBron James, to Shaquille O'Neal, to even Jimmy Butler, who's the worst star we've had here. Okay? None of them. They can't even be compared to Anthony Mason, my brother. Anthony Mason. If you want to talk about lower ring stars we've had here, Mason and Butler, Way better than those guys. Stars impose their offensive will. Neither guy can do that. That's all. Tyler, you get physical with him and defend him, and he goes into a shell. He's a complimentary. He's a fourth guy. He plays the Ray Allen role with the big three. That's what you want Tyler to do. Come in the Ray Allen role. That's who Tyler Hero is. So you and I, Raul, we are going to respectfully, completely disagree. Okay? You're lowering, you're doing what Dolphin fans do. You lower your standards about certain things. And Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero are not stars. I've seen stars here, lots of them for the Miami Heat. Neither one of those guys are what I label a star. Okay, so completely disagree with you there, my brother. I couldn't disagree with you more on that one. Good afternoon, Big O and Sean. Good riddance to Butler. Like you said, this season, it's about the young guys and to see their potential and development into something good for Spo to build up. Exactly. Last night was terrific. I had to go back and see the highlights after, but they played very well early on, and then they kind of ran out of gas, which is what young teams do. They figure out what they can do offensively, how good they are defensively, and then they've got to continue to improve if they can in those areas. And we're going to find out. OKC is one of the best teams in the league. It was hard for us to expect them to go in there and, all of a sudden dominate. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they had the first half that they had and even into the third quarter, it was good for them. It was good. But this is what a young team does. This team doesn't know how to win. See, that's why, what's that gentleman? What was his name? Juan or something? What was it? Raul. This is why Bam and Tyler ain't shit. They're terrific role players, but they're not stars. They don't know how to win. They don't know how to win. They don't know how to, hey, ride me right now. I'm gonna take you down. We're gonna win. They don't know how to do that shit. So this is a young team that has to learn how to win. Yeah. And they gotta and hopefully they can develop a star from within. But if not, okay, you'll find out what role player is what there, and then you got to go out and get your stars to complement, to lead, the complementary players, which is what you have. So we'll disagree on that by miles. Jeff in Long Island, have you ever been to the Bowery Ballroom in New York City? McCartney did 2 surprise concerts. It's a very small place, standing room only. Imagine being that close to Paul. I have not. The only thing I want to ask is the Bowery a place that's been open for a long time? Or would that happen to be the old BB King's? Because I did go to the BB King's place, which was a standing room only, but it's no longer opened. It's closed, the BB King bar in New York. So I'm wondering, did that become the Bowery? I would not know. I'm speaking completely out of ignorance. I'm not sure. But I'm just throwing it out there because I know that the BB King bar in New York closed down, and I went to it. I saw UFO and God, who was it? It was UFO and Saxon, and it was an awesome concert and a really cool place, standing room only. So I don't know if the Bowery and BB King's is the same thing or the Bowery is something that's been there for a while, and so I don't know. I'm gonna say no, I haven't, unless it's that place. That's it. What else do we have here on the chat board? Do want to remind you, by the way, Welt and Rayom. We love talking about Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom, proud sponsors of our program. We love talking about those guys. 954-966-4646. If you need lawyers that you can count on, and folks, The new laws that DeSantis and the boys laid out, it favors all the insurance companies. It favors the corporations, not the individuals. So the most important thing you do nowadays, if you have an accident, something happens to you, you have damage to your home, your property, your business, you got to have the right lawyers. Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom will get it done for you. 954-966-4646. Consultations completely free. I saw it firsthand. They took down Progressive. They crushed them. And they have taken care of a lot of our listeners also now over the last couple of years. Well over 20 listeners have settled deals with Welton Rayom. Freaking amazing, dude. You're going to love them. So if something happens, maybe if you don't even need it right now, save it on that cell phone because maybe you'll need Jeff or Dan down the line. I hope you don't need them, but if you do, these are the guys you want. 954-966-4646. By the way, did you ever find Vanessa Del Rio? What is she?
She's in the Triple X Hall of Fame for the 70s and 80s.
Okay, no wonder it's like something that I don't remember. Like, like I've heard the name, like Sika or, like crazy names like that. Yeah. Was it Mia Khalifa or something? Yeah. I know about all these skankies. No wonder you guys brought, Adrian Barbeau, Gus. That is a hottie from back in those days. And I didn't need, none of us really needed Escape from New York to know how hot Adrian Barbeau is or The Fog. It was all in Mod. When we were watching Mod, it was like watching One Day at a Time. Oh, by the way, Valerie Bertinelli back in those days. I got to say, wow, that was one of my main crushes was Valerie Bertinelli. Okay. But I remember that One Day at a Time was must-see TV because I enjoyed the show, but man, I love Valerie Bertinelli and I wanted to see her. So yeah, some of those shows like that, that's a really, really good one, dude. Because I can remember myself parked right in front of that TV and wanting to check out some of the ladies like Adrian Barbeau. You were like, man, she is a smoke show on that show. So, and Mod was like one of the best shows out there. It was hilarious. And then you throw in Barbeau. It was like, wow. Okay. Yeah. I could call Adrian Barbeau. She had it going on, dude. Jacqueline Bissett. Look at you with the white T-shirt. The Deep, right? I think it is. That's the one that Jacqueline Bissett set it off, right? She gets out of the water and it's a wet T-shirt contest. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got you. Hero never showed up against top teams, even when healthy. Jermaine, that's why I've been saying that if you get a chance to trade his ass, you trade him, bro. What do you got for me?
All right.
You're laughing.
So the Bowery was a shoe store before it became Bowery.
Shit.
Yes, and
that's why it's small.
It was the BB King Blues Club.
Yeah.
Is now a Target.
How's that? They must have bought.
It's a 5-level.
Okay, they bought other
33,000 square foot store, including a CVS pharmacy, groceries.
Right, they must have bought the whole building. The BB King was in the bottom of it, and they bought the whole thing and all that. Okay, I get. Wow, so BB King is gone to Target.
Yep, they closed in 2018, citing too high of rent.
Yeah, shocker. We lost it here too. We had a BB King's in West Palm Beach, and we lost it. Also, sucks. Us music guys, it hurts. By the way, we're here at Hialeah Park, where we got some loose slots, baby. So come on down, take advantage. Of course, you can. We got the $100 no regret first bet. Use our QR code there. You make a bet, you can get the $100, and you're off and running, baby. So make sure you check it out and come on out, man. Bring your friends, bring your family members, bring that loved one. They got places to eat here, nice restaurants, great atmosphere downstairs. If she loves the machines, she's got tons of them. The poker room here is loaded. They've got food. They've got the Champions simulcast center where you can wager on any of the races around the country. All of that going on here at Hialeah Park. And then on weekends, they've got music and DJs and all kinds of stuff, dude. So Hialeah Park, man, really great place to hang out. Bo Derek, very pretty woman. Yes, very pretty woman. I wouldn't put her in the category of Adrienne Barbeau, but very pretty woman. Yes, Angie Dickinson. Yes, Smoke Show, but she was more of a 60s to early 70s Smoke Show. By the time we got to the late 70s and early 80s, she was an older woman, still good looking. She even went to a very extreme with the Michael Caine movie. Was it Dressed to Kill? Was it called? I want to say. Because she even showed like frontage, yeah, it was Dressed to Kill. Angie Dickinson had a couple of very sexual scenes in Dressed to Kill. Very erotic movie, I would say. It was one of those where, like, did you see Angie Dickinson in Dressed to Kill? You know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I remember that back in the day. And she was an older woman at that point already. But because if you go look at Angie Dickinson in the 60s, woo, doggy. Man, she was like drop dead gorgeous, man. Drop dead gorgeous. Yes. Yeah, but Jennifer Beals is an 80s babe, not a 70s babe. That's the problem, Brian. She doesn't belong in the 70s babe conversation. Like Angie Dickinson was still like a hot older woman by the time you got to the late 70s. But if you really look at her peak, it's probably more of the 60s for her is when she was probably at her peak, very early 70s to 60s. And Jennifer Beals is totally an 80s babe. And she is. Jennifer Beals, as I've said many times, she has the hottest restaurant scene in the history of movies. No woman has ever looked hotter and just acted hotter in a restaurant than Jennifer Beals. She wins that one by a mile. When she takes off her jacket, it's over. It's over. So, yeah, I'm going with Jennifer Beals. That's a good one. Sybil Shepherd, also a 70s babe, 60s babe. 80s, she was already an older woman in Moonlighting and still very pretty, very elegant, I would say, in the 80s with Moonlighting. But definitely more of a 70s babe. So that's a very good call on Sybil Shepherd. I would call her a definitely a 70s babe and some 60s too. So, yeah. You're bad, Brian. It's not a bad, bro. You know, you see the babes, they all kind of, she's early 80s anyways. So it's not like you were off by a ton. You know what I'm saying? She's just not a 70s babe. But, yeah. Yeah. Aaron Gray, Buck Rogers. Very good. Very good. Not Aaron Gray. It's her. It's not Aaron, is it? No, it's Erin. Erin. That's what it is. Erin Gray. That's what it is. She's very pretty. Her eyes were, those blue eyes of hers were piercing, dude. Yeah, I remember her. Definitely. Yeah, we already talked about Farrah and Linda Carter. You might have joined a little late. Yes, it was Erin. That's what I thought. My 80s crush were Charlene, a.k.a. Janet Jackson, and Vanity Apollonia. Okay. I thought you were going to go, wasn't it Charlene, the girl, the cute little blonde? Wasn't her name Charlene from Dallas? I think her name was Charlene. It was? Charlene, I want to say Tipton? I want to say? I mean, if I nailed that, I mean, do I have useless information in my head or what? Like useless, like absolutely useless information. Lucy, what is her name? Was Charlene Tipton? Look at that. There's something wrong with me. Just something wrong with me, bro. I don't know what it is. Anyways, so Tilton, not Tipton, Tilton. Is that true? I put Tipton. I said Tipton. Is it Tilton or Tipton? Tilton. There you go. See, I couldn't get it completely perfect. Linda Blair. I don't know if I'm going to go like complete all out hottie. You know what I'm saying? Laurie Anderson. That's a pretty good one there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. And the amazing Alan Blanco, custom printing and embroidery, 786-618-1443. Heat started hot, and they ended ice cold. 32-8 fourth quarter. OKC took over, won 115-101. Bam did have 27 points, 15 rebounds, and a block shot. 11 of 19, 3 of 4 from three-point range. So he actually had an efficient day last night. Just not enough of those. SGA led the way for OKC. 32 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. Tonight, they're in Dallas. 8:30 tip-off. Miami is favored by 1 point at Dallas. Why? Because it's only Kyrie?
Yeah, and
they played last night.
They haven't looked good.
They beat the shitter last night.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Then I don't know why. I don't know why they think that they're.
I kind of had I'm like, you're favoring Miami?
Yeah, maybe they think they're not going to play Kyrie on the back-to-back.
Oh, that's right. It is a back-to-back. You are correct. That's a great call.
Maybe that's the only thing I can see because
no, that's it. No, that's it. That's it. That has to be it because if Kyrie's playing, it's the only star on the court. So I'm going to go with the team with the star. I mean, he beat 2 stars yesterday. Well, a star and a shitter. A shitting star. All right. Anyway, in the battle on the ice, the 4, whatever the hell it's called, 4 nations, whatever. Canada, by the way, beats Sweden. Inga von Sweden, she is disappointed. Lost 4-3. Tonight, it's the USA taking on Finland. 8 o'clock is the face-off. NSU, by the way, the Sharks got it done last night against Palm Beach Atlantic University, 94-55. The Sharks improved to 22-1, 14-1 in the Sunshine State Conference. MJ Araldi, baby, lighting it up for 31 points. That kid is money, dude. Saturday, they're at St. Leo University. 4 o'clock will be the tip. Saturday at noon, Miami will take on Pittsburgh in basketball. And Sunday at noon, FAU taking on Temple on the road. FAU is 14-10, 7-4 in the American Conference. See if the boys can get it done. And last night, Jimmy Butler, in a loss, shit his pants. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. So, I mean, listen, if you're going to talk a lot of shit, you might as well also display it. My man took a dump in his short. And by the way, that was the day they had white shorts on. Yeah, you can show it. Of course you can show it. Let's get into it. Jimmy Butler, bro. I mean, listen, he was already on your shit list, right? Well, literally now he's on the shit list. It's amazing. Last night, Jimmy Butler. There you go. I mean, this is karma at its finest, dude. Talks a lot of shit. Now he takes a dump on it right there. He wanted to match one of the stripes on his shorts. Yeah. Question is now, will UPS become a sponsor? What can Brown do for you? Well, Depends become a sponsor so that way he, avoids some shit. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. Jimmy, maybe it's a little too much coffee. Maybe that big face coffee is not working out for you. Okay. So, I don't know, but pretty shitty situation for Jimmy Butler there. Gotta tell you, man, that is it's pretty good. Way to go, Jimmy. There you go, UPS. What can Brown do for you? And he's walking around like nothing. That is awesome, bro. Jimmy Butler. You knew he was full of shit. He's so full of shit, it's just coming out of him. It's pretty amazing. Yes.
I bet he thought his shitty days were behind him.
Oh, he thought, but he was wrong. I'm telling you, man, that is good. Only 8 points in the fourth quarter. Embarrassing. I don't think so, Juan. It's way more embarrassing to shit your pants. Way more embarrassing. I'm going to give you an option, Juan Rosa. You want to be on a team that scores 8 points in the fourth quarter, or you want to be on a team where your teammate shit his pants? And then they take a timeout and he's sitting down. Who sits on that seat after that? Hey, trainer, come here, clean the seat. Yeah, it's COVID. He's spreading germs all over the place. Fecal matter is falling all over the court and stuff. People are going to slip and slide. I mean, what's going on there? Jimmy's got some loose pipes. Sewage system not working well for him there. You think it's too well? I don't know. It's not holding it in. It's overflowing, you know? It's not a good thing. Now the question is, did he sense it? Because, like, you know, that's like a feeling that everybody's like sensed and felt. And that's why you like run to the bathroom like, oh my God, it's coming. I got to get out of here. I got to go. P. Diddier. Let's see. Lake effect streamers can be ridiculous. As long as we don't get any lake effect, it's not bad. I met Kathy Bach, an amazing woman. She tried to give my son a birthday kiss on the cheek. I was like, what the F? I want a kiss. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, you guys are talking about the snow up north? Yeah, Lisa was telling me about getting a bunch of snow up there. Looks like Jimmy had to have a few DQ hot dogs from the Panhandle before he left Florida. There you go. I got to yeah, but you know what, Thick Blue Dodgers? I ate the hot dog from the Panhandle, and I was able to hold it till I got home, bro. Panhandle to Deep Kendall. That's a long time. Oh, but I'm sitting down and like that and not running around.
You don't have as much big face coffee in you.
Yeah, it's probably true.
The mixture, apparently it's combustible.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Did he smell like coffee while he was shitting all over himself? Wow. That's it's pretty embarrassing for Jimmy Butler. So, by the way, in their next game, will they have an over-under? Will Jimmy Butler shit himself? I mean, you know, it should be. I mean, this is now a possibility. Now we know that Jimmy Butler shits himself. He's got no championships, but he's got shit pants. So, you know,
Not bad. Juan Rose is still worried about scoring 8 points. I'd be worried about shitting my pants. Yes, sir.
I'm upset. I thought Jimmy Butler left it all out on the court during
he literally
that COVID
did.
time. He's doing more, leaving it really on the court
He's
for Golden
leaving
State.
it all out there.
We would have got that Jimmy Butler. We might have went places.
Telling you. Ain't that some shit? All right. Crypto Bro. Yeah, I'm going to do a Crypto Bro show today. I have to today. Today I have to. Last night, once my daughter told me, hey, you guys want to go skating? I was like, hey, why not? And screw the show. Sorry. But I got some stuff I got to talk about today because we got stuff that is building up and we need to talk about it. I don't want to get too heavy into this in this show about it, but yeah, we definitely will, dude. We have to. We have no choice. We have to keep it going, baby. Let me tell you a little bit about Moody S Dental, and we love talking about Moody S Dental, Eric, and all the amazing people there. His dad, his brother, they've got 2 amazing locations, Hialeah and Plantation. And if you're looking for Invisaligns, you're looking to straighten out your teeth, dental implants, preventive care, or cosmetic surgery, man, the people to call is Moody S Dental. Hialeah, 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. In Plantation, 954-692-6825. I go there. My wife goes there. My daughter goes there. My mother-in-law goes there. I think we trust them a lot. Okay? And they've done everything with me. I mean, my wife I've had crowns and, cavities and teeth cleaning and all that other stuff, the basic stuff that a lot of people have had, right? And they do a great job. And then with the crowns, same thing as with my wife. My wife had a missing tooth from a car accident. And she had to have surgery to have a screw put in place to then bone grow over it and all that. Boca jaw surgery, Ronnie did it. And then it took a couple months. And then in Moody S Dental, they created the tooth and put it in there and screwed it in there. And then, it's all beautiful now. And you can't even tell now. It's awesome. And so this is why it's so important for, when it comes to Moody S Dental, if you're looking to take care of your teeth, whatever it is, from cosmetic surgery stuff that's complicated. And by the way, they make the teeth right on the spot. So if you go for a crown, you don't come back a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later because they had to send it out to make it. No, they make it right there and then. State-of-the-art equipment, which is what you're going to love. They accept most dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, follow them on Instagram at moodius.dental. And they've been in business for over 30 years, folks. So schedule an appointment, 305-821-0231 in Hialeah. In Plantation for our Broward friends, 954-692-6825, moodyusdental.com. Check it out and tell them that Big O sent you. Good people, man. Four Nations is good TV. That game yesterday is better than modern-day NBA. I would imagine so. That would make sense. I didn't see it. I'll watch some of the USA game tonight. Let's see. Jimmy is a distraction and over-emotional woman. And he is also apparently a shitty friend. Shitty teammate. Shitty character. I mean, hey, he's just kind of shitty all around. What can we say? We used to say Jimmy Butler was the shit. Now he literally is the shit. It's impressive. Gotta say. Way to go, Jimmy. I got to give you a lot of props there. Leave Jimmy alone. He's with another team. I'm sure he doesn't miss you. I'm glad he's with the Warriors and playing well and shitting in his pants. I'm with you, Sweet Jay. I couldn't have phrased it any better than that. I'm really happy for him that he gets to shit his pants in the middle of a game. I'm really happy for him. I'm glad that he's doing it there and not here. Yeah. In fact, I'm happy because the Miami trainers and the people that clean the floors and all that, they would have to disinfect the entire arena when Jimmy comes over with fecal material all over the place. So I am with you. I am really, really, really happy that he's playing well and shitting in his pants with the Warriors. I'm super happy, bro. So Sweet J says, no, he is not. I think Sweet J just tuned in. I think Sweet J doesn't know about what really happened. I mean, you could show Sweet J. Maybe Sweet J doesn't know that Jimmy is shitting in his pants in the middle of a game last night. You know, we got to enlighten people. I mean, it's like, Sweet J. There you go, bro. And by the way, that's not like an edit or what's that called? A Photoshop, or there's video of it in the middle of the game. And so there you go, just in case. I mean, I don't know if you live in denial. It's all right there, Sweet J. But he took a sweet dump in his pants. Better watch where you step on the court. It's going to get slippery out there, especially with Butler. Is that his new defensive thing? You know, when I used to watch Speed Racer, the oil, he'd drop the oil, he'd fly out. Now Jimmy Butler, you're chasing him down court. He drops a couple and you slide and you slip. And so that might be a new defensive a weapon that he has. In Top Gun, you watch when they're shooting at him, release the flares. And they release the flares, so then it explodes the missiles and all that. Well, there you go. Jimmy Butler is a guy that is jet setting and releasing flares as he glides through the air. I mean, Jimmy Butler is the shit. Okay? So, Big Coffee, will they now sell the Jimmy Mocha Mudslide? Everybody should go over to Jimmy Butler's coffee shop. Hey, I'll have the one that shits you in the pants. What's the name of that drink? Give me the coffee that shits you in the pants. I want that one. Jimmy Skid Marks. Oh, man. Big O, do you think that he should sell high on some of these young guns this season and try to go for a true star like an only Nikola Jovic? Jokic. We have Jovic. They have Jokic. We have Jovic. We have Jovic. They have Jokic. We have Jovic. No. And there's only one tradable piece. And that's Tyler. It's the only one that's tradable. That's the one you trade. Like I've been saying for months now. Before the season even started. If you can move this guy and now he started playing well and staying healthy, pretty much move his ass if you can. Okay? I hope he lights it up, dude. And I hope that, in the offseason, there's a team that says, we need a shooter. They have their stars, but they need a shooter. And they want to get a kid like Tyler in there. And you can pick up a couple extra first rounders. Would be nice. But outside of that, I'm not parting ways with Ware. Like, I'm not ready to do that. I'm not going to get rid of Ware. No. I like Pele Larson. I want to see what I got with those guys. Jaquez hasn't built anything for you to deal him, so I'd rather see if I can develop him into like a poor man's Jimmy Butler, like that can complement your three-point shooters. Duncan Robinson, could you get a first rounder for him if somebody needs a shooter? Maybe. That might be another one that I overlooked. Tyler and maybe Duncan. That's about it. You're not really going to move much from this team. But if you can, that would be absolutely fantastic. What else do we have going on? Let me get to a little music too. What the hell? Okay, let me do this a little earlier than normal before we get into anything else. Let's go with birthdays today. We start off with musicians born on the 13th of February. Robbie Williams, singer-songwriter, born on this date in 1974. Let's see. Robert Harrell, bassist with Three Doors Down, born on this date in 72. Henry Rollins, singer, actor, presenter, comedian, activist, Black Flag, of course, and the Henry Rollins Band, born on this date in 61. Tony Butler, bassist with In a Big Country, Dreams Stay With You. In 1959, Tony Butler was born on this date. Mark Fox, percussionist with Haircut 100, Love Plus One. Peter Hook, born on this date in 56, bassist, vocalist with Joy Division. Can't wait to see Peter Hook in the light again, man. Looking forward to seeing that. Ed Gagliardi, bassist and English rocker with Foreigner, born on this date in 52. Peter Gabriel, solo Genesis, born on this date in 1950. Let's see who else. Peter Tork with the Monkees, born on this date in 1942. And Tennessee Ernie Ford. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Born on this date in 1919. Lost him in 91 at the age of 72. Those are musicians celebrating birthdays today. Let's go with other folks celebrating birthdays today. Jerry Springer was born in this state in 44. We lost him in 23. Randy Moss just overcame cancer. Thank the Lord. He is 48 years old. Who else? Memphis Depay, soccer player, is 31. Neil McDonough, movie actor, is 59. Who else celebrating birthdays today? Kelly Hu, movie actress. She is 57. Exactly. What was that show I used to see her on all the time? Filmed in San Francisco with Nash Bridges. She had a role there for a couple years. Mina Suvari, actress. She is 46. Park Hee-soon, movie actor, is 55. Stockard Channing, she is 81. Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee. That's about it. Those are the famous folk. What you got for me on wrestlers born on this date?
Akio Sato turned 72. The great Chris Bay, who is fighting his way back to the wrestling ring, turns 29 today. Daisuke Akita turns 57. Mark Coffey is 35. Robbie Eagles, also 35.
Coffee on the day after Butler shit his shorts. Yep. Okay.
Truth Magnum turns 40. And man from my past, from Championship Wrestling from Florida, Angelo Mosca, who was born on this date in 1937. Sadly, we lost him in 2021. And you know, he's born on February 13th. His middle name, Valentino.
Very cool.
Found that in the research. I was like, hey,
all right.
Those are your birthdays for February 13th, 2025.
Did you notice that Sweet J never put anything else on the chat board after he put, no, he is not? He was like in denial. And now he probably went to go check it out for himself and like, wow, he really shit his pants. And like he never went back. Like his feelings were so hurt that his player shit his pants that he just couldn't say anything else. All right, let's go to. Sweet J is feeling pretty shitty right now. Yeah. Let's go to music history and let's find out what happened today in music history. In 1970, Black Sabbath released their self-titled debut album in the UK. What is this that stands before me? Figure in black that points at me. In 72, Led Zeppelin had to scrap their concert in Singapore because officials wouldn't let them off the plane because their hair was too long. 1972. In 82, a 300-pound marble gravestone marking Leonard Skinner singer Ronnie Van Zant's final resting place was stolen from an Orange Park, Florida cemetery. Police found it 2 weeks later in a dry riverbed. What a bunch of idiots. In 74, David Bowie turned down an offer to compose the world's first gay national anthem. In 2004, Led Zeppelin were awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys. Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and Jason Bonham attended, but singer Robert Plant was too busy working on an album and a tour and didn't make it. Yeah, he's always too busy for Led Zeppelin shit. And that's what happened today in music history. All right? By the way, if you're a 80s fan and you like Rick Springfield, you like John Waite, you like Wang Chung, you like Paul Young and John Cafferty, you can go check out the I Want My 80s tour. It starts in St. Petersburg on May 28th, May 29th in St. Augustine, and then it goes all over the country. No other Florida dates. It ends up in California, Arizona, Nevada, but it goes through a bunch of other places, North Carolina, Virginia, Indiana, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, many other places. You can check it out. So if you are into that kind of music, you can enjoy. Well, it should be a pretty decent concert, actually. You know? Not a bad concert, is what I can tell you. Not a bad show. Let me tell you a little bit about Toyota of Hollywood, by the way. We were there yesterday, rocking out at Toyota of Hollywood, and they've got the Tacoma Double Cab right now. You can get it for $399 a month. That Tacoma Double Cab SR5. Check it out, $399 a month with zero down, folks. So check it out. They've got over 2,000 Toyotas in stock right now. No payments for 90 days. They've got 2.75% financing available for 4 full years, zero down. And by the way, if you're looking for work, they're hiring service technicians. Since business is booming, you need to apply in person Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're at Toyota of Hollywood. They're hiring experienced master, mid-level, and lube technicians. Top compensation and signing bonuses are available. Go check it out at 1841 North State Road 7 between Sheridan and Hollywood. They are on 441, and tell them that Big O sent you. Okay? Toyota of Hollywood. All right. 3 earthquakes today in California. Jimmy better check his pants. Yeah. It's tough. That is tough. Mr. Weskers, thank you. I'm glad. I'm happy, very grateful that you are laughing, sir. At least we get to entertain a little bit. I like that. That is very nice. If you can learn something, laugh, be intrigued about something, then we accomplished our goal. So thank you, sir. You can now go to his coffee shop for a diuretic, all natural, 100% guaranteed. So how about Butler's enemas? Jimmy Butler's enemas. I mean, think about it. We could go to a lot of things here. He could be we could get kaopectate to sponsor him. We can get Depends to sponsor him. We can get UPS to sponsor him. There's a lot of things. Fleet. You know, just what the hell? I mean, you're not feeling well. You're a little constipated. You haven't been able to go to the bathroom for a while. Jimmy Butler's coffee. Jimmy Butler's fleet. Jimmy Butler, whatever. I mean, if anybody knows how to shit, Jimmy is the shit. I mean, I think it's really smart. I mean, he's got maybe that's what he did. You know what? Maybe Jimmy Butler is playing chess and we're playing checkers. Maybe he, shit himself because he's thinking of another angle to make money. Since he's, he'll soon get injured and he'll be out for a while. What else does he do except eat and shit? So maybe he's trying to find the right sponsor for his time off. I mean, it's a possibility. You never know. Yes, sir.
Oh, just an update on
Jimmy's shit?
No, not Jimmy's shit.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
The Heat tonight.
Okay.
Apparently the illness has got to Andrew Wiggins. So it's Andrew Wiggins' illness, Terry Rozier illness, and Kevin Love personal reasons have been ruled out of tonight's game versus the Mavs. Duncan Robinson illness listed as probable. Bam Adebayo left knee contusion listed as questionable.
Listen, as long as they don't shit themselves on the court, I'm good. That's all. I'm good. The Warriors don't have black shorts. That would have helped, Jimmy. You should have never left the Heat. You might have been able to hide your shit. Saying. Even the red shorts might have just looked like, oh, no, he's just got swamp ass. But the white shorts, how about this? Okay, hold on a second. I got it now. I know what's going on. Jimmy Butler, he hopes to get the Warriors into the playoffs. So if he gets into the playoffs, the Heat go white hot. You know where I'm going now, right? So he knows the Warriors can't go white hot because then they'd be copying us. Sometimes we go red hot, right? Be copying us. But we never go brown hot. Never. There's never a brown hot. So I think he's trying to start his own thing there in the West Coast. Brown hot. Doesn't sound as good as white hot, right? After all these years, they got it right with white hot. Brown hot, it's more accurate because the brown stuff does come out a little warm. So, yeah, brown hot for the Warriors. All right. Will Warriors fans now start shitting their pants in the arena in honor of Jimmy Butler?
Depends night. Instead of having towels, they got Depends on the.
They close all bathrooms.
The things
all bathrooms are closed on Depends night. Everybody must stay in their seat and go to the bathroom. Right in their seat.
Can't miss game.
That's it. Halftime, timeouts. There's no running to the bathroom. Nah, you've got a pair of Depends on. Just that's all. I mean, there are so many things we can do in honor of Jimmy Butler here. He's on top of it, I got to say. He's on top of it. Yes, sir.
You might want to go roller skating tonight and not watch this Dallas Heat game, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
You know who Dallas is missing tonight?
Well, Kyrie, you said you nailed it, probably.
This was from Ira a little bit ago, which I had just seen now. They're without Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, Caleb Martin, Dwight Powell, P.J. Washington. In addition, listed as questionable are Dante Exum, Kyrie Irving, and Klay Thompson.
So G Leagues are going to play.
They're going to have to call people in.
Okay. Wow. That's it. Big O, only your legendary wrestling knowledge outdoes your angelic singing voice. That is true. That is true. That you're Brett, when you're accurate, and that is very true. Very true. How can the voice of the Pepto-Bismol commercial jingle? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like that. He could, Jimmy doing a Pepto-Bismol commercial. Coach sues and release. I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself. Let's see. Jimmy Butler night. Smells like team spirit. I like it. Will Butler start coming out of the players' tunnel to drop it like it's hot? Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Hey, by the way, do the Warriors come to town? Okay, but we now know what we have to do in March, right? Oh, yeah, bro. Jimmy, you're the shit. I mean, seriously, you guys should start chanting in the arena, Jimmy, you're the shit. Jimmy, you're the shit. You're the shit. You're the shit. You're the shit. I mean, that's it. Yeah. I think people should go dressed as turds. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that should be a really shitty night for everybody. A celebration of poop. You know what I'm saying? I think so. In fact, we should get Waste Management to sponsor the night that Jimmy Butler returns to the Kaseya Center. I think that would be a good thing.
The night will be March 25th.
There you go. March 25th, baby.
The shit will hit the fan.
That's it. That's it. You know what I love? We're talking about Butler and shitting and all that, and then Jay Slim comes out of nowhere. Linda Carter. But he's way behind.
He just started the show.
Oh, that is fantastic.
You're telling me the DJ at the Kaseya Center's got to do all that stuff. The drop it like it's hot when they introduce them.
Yes.
Right when it's about the tip off, you should be like, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. The shit's about to hit the fan for the tip off. Do it all, man.
And you got to play Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit? I mean, since I use it here on the show all the time, we got to play some Gnarls Barkley there.
During warm-ups, all this has got to be playing as they're doing.
I mean, come on, dude. You got to have some stuff. Let's go. Let's go, Kaseya Center. Come on.
Pat Riley won't do a Brown night or something. Somehow they can do it.
UPS should really, what can Brown do for you that night?
I was looking at Rage and said everybody should wear brown pants that night.
Yes,
to celebrate.
Everybody should. It should be a brown night. Really.
Riley's not that petty, is he?
No, not at all. But the fans should be. I mean, really. We have got to give him all the shit. Because he is the shit. Okay?
Let's just do a shirt night. Jimmy Butler, you're the shit night.
That's it.
Like a tribute to Jimmy Butler.
The shit is back. Jimmy's not back. The shit is back. Will Butler start coming out of the players' tunnel to drop it like it's hot, which is a beautiful thing? Wow, he actually shit himself. He's overflowing with joy, says Horn Dog. Leonard Skinner. Ooh, that smell. That smell that gets around you. I love that. Yes. Now they call you shit charming. Can't speak a word when your diaper's full. All right. So no, we were just talking about Jimmy Butler shitting his pants, Steve. So it's just
Recently heard.
You
heard.
You heard? Did you see?
I did not see. I did not see. I'm glad I didn't see.
So he comes on March 25th back here. So it should be UPS night. What can Brown do for you?
Yeah.
Or maybe a Depends night.
Bring your dog to the game.
No, what I say is that night everybody wears Depends and the bathrooms are all closed.
Yeah, and on the outside of your shorts, so you expose Depends.
No. Well, you got to put inside because we want you to go to the bathroom in your seat. Not in honor of Jimmy, since he does it on the court.
Okay.
We're going to close all bathrooms and give you a pair of Depends, and then that's where you can go to the bathroom. So if you have a couple of beers, just unload right there on your Depends.
Sounds like it's going to be
Sounds like
fun.
a really disgusting night, right?
It's going to be a fun evening.
Who wanted to sit on the seat after the timeout from Jimmy Butler? Okay, I mean seriously, like, has he seen it? I got to show it to you because I guess you literally haven't seen it yet. But we will show you now.
Oh. So we got a little bit of a leakage problem.
Yes.
No, I have a two thing. I'm going to help Jimmy Butler out.
Okay.
He's going to make a lot of money. Spokesperson for the, those, not just Depends, but the women's pads that they wear, leakage is a real thing.
Right.
It's Google this. You can Google this. 50% of adult women have issues with leakage.
Well, apparently 100% of butlers do too.
Yes. And when you're 65 or older and a female, there's 75%. That's 3 out of 4 women that are 65 years or older have a leakage issue. That's why if you're watching television,
some of them, if they laugh or anything, they
laugh. Forget it. And it has to do. I think a lot has to do with childbearing because you kind of that's like a bowling ball coming out of there and kind of disrupts
some stuff
disrupts the area a little, right? Permanently. So Jimmy could be the spokesperson. His agent should be calling those. What is it? Fresh. It's like they got a funny name, like Fresh Up or something like that. There's. I see the commercials. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things he can do with
it's all about making no.
What?
Dude wipes.
Dude
right?
wipes.
It's no pun intended on this next one, but it's all about making lemonade out of lemons.
Right. Yes.
The color, not to be a pun, no pun on the color there.
I mean, you got to try to make the best out of any shitty situation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just kind of the way life is.
It looked more like leakage. It looked more like leakage to me.
It looked. It looked. I can't, it's not going to be very good when he's 65. He'll be a fountain.
Wait. Well, how old is he now?
Like 35?
It's not going to be good when he's 45.
No,
I'm going to tell you right now, boss.
At 65, he can put out fires in California with that.
I'm going to help Jimmy out again.
Brian Landis says Jimmy cracks shit, and I don't care.
That's pretty good. Well said, Jimmy. So
Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't care.
Listen, I'm going to help Jimmy out again. I don't know why I'm doing all this help for Jimmy, but he needs to start doing Kegels. Kegels, yeah, that helps you hold your stuff in.
Okay.
You see? So there's Kegel exercises. Women know there's not a lot of, I don't know how many your gender split here in terms of male and female.
We have some females, not as many, of course.
Maybe the females can chime in and say if they understand what a Kegel exercise is, and it helps you hold things like Jimmy wasn't able to hold.
Okay.
And so now I'm just giving Jimmy some.
I mean, technically, we're all just giving him shit.
But anyhow, so listen. Yes, it's just too much.
It's just endless material with Jimmy. Kind of like his runs. It's endless,
Runs, no pun intended.
Yeah.
So let's can we at least go to something transition
let's go to this.
Have the runs.
You know what was also pretty shitty? The play of the Chiefs.
Oh, baby,
in
was
the
that
Super
shitty.
Bowl.
Wait. Time out. The Jersey guy called it.
Yes, he did.
He said 31-22 or something like that. He had to score a little off, but
but he had the Eagles all the way.
He had the Eagles 100%. He was all in. My son, he's still partying.
Well, obviously, Is he the one that was tearing down the light poles?
He's on I did see him. Unfortunately, he was on the newscast when he was on a light pole, but he's a great kid. But he's he's carrying on his. He's a great kid. If you need, he's a fantastic programmer.
Okay.
You ever hear of GoPuff? Lead programmer for that. Wrote code for apartments.com. Now he's with a new startup. It was an introvet or something. It was an intervet. So he knows his stuff, but he knows his Eagles still.
Okay.
And he loves to climb poles, and he loves to have a good time after they win. And he did call it. He did call it big time. That was more of a personal one. I'm going with the Philly people are their fans are passionate, to say the least. The defense looked spectacular. Not good, spectacular.
Right.
And I want to cry and moan just for a little. I'll make this brief. I have two NFL teams that I kind of have in my heart. The Giants as a kid, New York Giants, tough organization to follow, especially the last 5-10 years when you give away MVPs and sign crappy quarterbacks.
The other one you're about to say is a tougher organization to follow.
It's also tough. Miami Dolphins,
Giants
our quarterback's claim to fame is he wears capris.
Giants have won 4 Super Bowls since the Dolphins haven't won any.
No, I know, and our quarterback is wearing our quarterback is a good person, but can't stay healthy.
Well, it's his own fault if he seeks. Only an idiot that can't stay healthy would seek contact. Like, how stupid is that? That's the part I can't understand. Tua's not a dumb guy, but like, you get blinded at that moment, and you don't realize who you are, dude. Those
can't manage as he gets older in the game. But I'm a little bit with the coach. I mean, the ownership I'm weak on too. The coach wearing capris. Just start being terrible. A coach, and don't be their buddies. Coach them. Now I do have a problem because Vic Fangio. Now they're walking around Philadelphia like he's the defensive guru of the NFL for the last 100 years. He was at Miami last year.
Yeah.
So I have two teams I like. One team gave him a defensive coordinator. The other team gave him an MVP running back, or should have been an MVP running back. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But taking nothing away from it, I also think Jalen Hurts. I think the game plan. I'm not a big Sirianni fan, but the game plan was pretty amazing. Because they said, hey, you know what? But they said, listen, okay, Kansas City's going to try to stop Saquon. So we're going to take a chance, and we're going to have Jalen throw the ball, and he threw it well.
Yeah, he made a couple throws.
Well.
Yeah. But they ran the ball, too. Jalen ran 70 yards. And
No, he ran it.
They still ran the ball, and then their defense just...
No, but Jalen, I don't think Jalen's had 4 or 5 passes in that game.
Yeah.
They were probably 4 or 5 passes all year.
That's all you have year. That's all you have to do.
So
you don't really have to carry the offense because the D lines and the O lines are dominating for you. I mean, they dominated. They shut down Kansas City. They had Mahomes rattled.
Yeah.
Rattled.
So the question is, what do you do if you're Kansas City? You've been trying to
fix that's where they failed.
The offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've been failing. They've been struggling with that offensive line.
Well, but they fixed it 3 years ago, and they won 2 titles. Now the line got injured and so by the time they got there,
they go back to the O line again. Yeah.
They have to go back and fix it.
But what does it tell the other teams in the NFL? You got to have a great O line. And the defense.
That's the last time the Dolphins were great. It was in the 70s when they had a great D line and O line. They've never had that combination ever again.
Got to have the no-name defense.
Never
no-name defense.
And Larry Little and Kuchenberg.
Bonacani.
Yeah, it's just but it's just their offensive line. Stanfield, all these guys, Langer. They just had guys. Stanfield was on defense, Langer on offense. But what I'm saying is they had monsters on offense and on defense. They dominated both lines. And that was the last time that the Dolphins dominated both lines. After that, they've had moments where their defense was pretty good, but they've never, ever had another offensive line again. Webb and Sims were just the left side. And, they had Dwight Stevenson for a short time.
Yeah.
But then after that, you never really had anything to the right side of that to say it was a great line. No, it was a great half a line. So they've never been dominant on both sides of the line, and that's why they continue to fail, because if you can't win the battle at the line of scrimmage, you will never win. And by the way, with that quarterback that you have, You have to play that way.
Yeah, you got to.
That's how you played with Greasy. That's how you play with Breeze.
Protect them too.
That's how you play with Brady. Protect the shit out of these guys. They can't move, right? Peyton Manning can't move.
They can't get hit. God forbid.
You don't want them to get well.
Yeah.
At least Manning and Brady were taller and bigger, so they could take a few more hits. But you don't want Drew Brees taking a bunch of hits. You don't want Bob Greasy taking a bunch of hits. So you got to protect these. You got to know what kind of quarterback you have. With Jalen Hurts, you can't protect him because he has to put himself out there because he has to run in order to be an effective quarterback. So those kind of guys, they can't avoid contact.
So they're running backs throwing the ball.
Right.
They're running backs throwing the ball.
Basically is what they are.
And Jalen very well.
Yeah, no, I get it. But they're still athletes. They're not real quarterbacks because they can't sit there in the pocket and make a living the entire time. That's what a real quarterback is in my eyes. Well, they can make a living from the pocket. But in order for you to make a living from the pocket like Joe Montana did, brother.
Well, that's a pure quarterback. But I tell you what, I think
you got to give them a. But if you don't give Joe Montana a line,
he's not Joe Montana.
Dead.
But I think nowadays you need, and it's only a few teams that have it, maybe a handful.
Right.
You need a dual threat quarterback. You need a quarterback that can.
But it's hard to find.
Okay, Josh Allen.
But if you find a quarterback that can pass, just protect his ass.
I know, but Josh Allen's he's a true, dual threat quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think Patrick Mahomes. But
Mahomes is a quarterback that can run, but
he's really, like a scrambler, and can run it.
He's a pure pocket passer that runs when he has to run
at the last moment.
But it's not part of his game.
No, that's right.
It's
Josh is part of his game.
Yeah, it's part of his game. It's part of Lamar's game. It's part of Hurts' game. Those people have to run in order to be good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can put that, but that also puts them at risk of injury, too. Like a lot of those running quarterbacks end up injured.
They can't last long.
That's why I'm saying if you have the guy that can pass, bro, just protect his ass.
Yeah.
And run the ball. And that's the other thing. Our guy refuses to commit to the run, which, again, hurts your quarterback. You know what I mean? Bob Greasy won a Super Bowl throwing 7 freaking passes.
That's amazing.
7 passes.
That's amazing.
In an entire Super Bowl game.
He's a really good guy. He's really good at handing the ball off. I guess.
But when you have that line, why would you want to keep passing?
Yeah.
Stupid people pass. Smart people run the ball. It's boring or whatever. I don't care, dude. But if you can run the ball, passing is easier when you can run.
Well, listen, I'm gonna
segue
too. I'll tell you what's not boring. This past weekend, I did apologize. I missed to say this. We had the Food and Wine, the Hialeah Food and Wine Festival here at Hialeah. It was fantastic. We have. Go ahead. We have the coming up on March 1st. We have the His and Hers Rolex watches. March 29th, we got the cars. Your choice. Mercedes, Sport Coupe, or SUV. Whatever you'd like. You want to go cool or you want to go functional?
I got to win this one because I want an
Your
SUV.
choice. March 29th.
I got to win this one. I need the SUV.
March 1st is the end of the February promo is win your watch.
I got to win this.
Yeah. The March promo, they all end at the end of the month, or in this case, the calendar's a little messed up on us this year. March 29th, your choice. You choose the Mercedes. Maybe I think, I don't know. I think Sean's an SUV guy. I think Big O is more of a sports coupe guy.
I am. I normally am.
You're winning the car. You're not buying it.
You nailed it. But if you say I get a pick, my next vehicle from now on, I'm only going SUV because of weather. It's the only reason.
It snows in your part of the county?
Floods.
Oh, floods. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're higher. Yeah.
No. I'm saying anywhere, dude.
No, but
wherever
the car's higher. The car's up higher than a sports car.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting SUVs from now on. Unfortunately,
I know your wife. I know your wife. She
might
might want the sports car. I think she's got a little sports car look to her.
Okay.
She might
win SUV all the way.
Listen, just so you know something, if there's
switching.
2 people voting, wife and husband,
a
tie goes to the wife.
No,
you know that, right?
She's gonna win.
But I hope both of you will win. To be honest with you. But it's your choice, Mercedes.
I like it.
Pick a Mercedes. The sports car is red. The SUV is white, a little more functional. Sports cars a little more, red cars go faster.
Right.
Get pulled over by the cops more, but
If Jimmy Butler wins it, does it come with its own toilet?
Yeah. So we have a vacuum flush.
Okay.
We took the marine, flush toilets. Yeah.
Just in case, because I saw Jimmy downstairs playing the slots, and I just want to make sure, because if he
case.
wins,
he's got
we need to accommodate him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can install a vacuum flush, the marine toilet that you have in the little boats,
By the way,
and he just has to pump it a couple times, and then boom.
Your Bimini buddy, true Finn fan, sends in a super chat, and he says, "Is Steve saying that Jimmy has a mangina?"
No,
I agree.
No, he doesn't have a mangina. He's got a leakage issue, a serious leakage issue.
Yes, he does.
He's got a
You better call Roto-Rooter or something, bro.
He's got to turn that into, like I said, he's got to turn that into a positive. Yeah, sure. I don't know how you do that.
And Ray Gurion says, we had 3 trucks running the ball back then. Yeah, we did. Yeah, Merck and Kick and Zonk. Yeah. I mean, but that's the idea. You know what I mean? It's
a speedster, a muscle guy, and a
I
dasher.
explained this earlier in the week. I explained this, I think, earlier in the week on Monday. I think I explained this. Howie Roseman from
genius, the genius in the NFL.
Okay, but
Chris Greer learned some stuff from this guy.
No, you know who he learned it from?
No, who?
Joe Gibbs.
Wow.
Let me explain to you something.
I didn't know that.
Well, no. I'm screwing around a little bit, but in logic, it's the same. Here we go. So Joe Gibbs won 3 championships. Give me the 3 quarterbacks.
Mark Ripien. Williams, Doug Williams.
Heisman.
Okay. Heisman for the Heisman, right?
Right.
He's from New
really
Jersey.
Thiesman.
Did I mention?
Really Thiesman.
I told you that way. Did I mention he's from South River, New Jersey?
Yes.
Same county that I grew up in, Middlesex County.
He's a good dude, by the way.
He's a very nice guy.
Every time I've ever dealt with Joe, he's phenomenal.
Maroon and gray.
I doubt you're watching, but much love.
Maroon and gray. South River, whatever they were.
But Joe Gibbs, created a system and made the quarterback interchangeable. Howie Rosen makes the fucking head coach and the quarterback interchangeable.
Yeah. The head coach. The head coach.
Who the hell? The head coach couldn't even keep a job after because he built such a good team. Sirianni's on the verge of getting fired and all that.
At the beginning of the
team
season.
is so loaded. It's not Sirianni. It's Howie.
Howie's looked at whatever.
And Jalen Hurts on a team that he would have to pass, he wouldn't win anything. You know what I mean? Nick Foles, he couldn't keep a job if his life depended on it.
Philly special. Come on now. The Philly special.
But both teams were so dominant at the lines. And you're old enough, my brother. How dominant were the freaking Redskins at the line of scrimmages? Whether it was hogs on one side or it was defenders on the other.
Yeah, it was the line. Both lines. So
both lines dominated, and they ran the ball on all those teams. And Joe Gibbs was like, yeah, my quarterback's not important. He just needs to not screw the game up.
So
we'll be fine.
I'm glad you brought that up.
And Howie has built the teams the same way. Do your job because everybody else on the line is going to win the game for you.
So here's what I say to that. I'm glad you brought that up because you have to give some credit to Jeffrey Lurie, and you have to give a lot of credit to Roseman because he kind of got during Chip Kelly era. He sort of got put on the bench.
Well, you have your ups and downs. And
but he got put on the bench and he took it like a man.
Right.
But you have. So one is the owner was smart enough to realize that Roseman's the man. Right now, Roseman, whatever they're paying him, he should get double in his pay tomorrow.
Right.
Like Jeffrey Lurie, I'm sure you know.
But that whole situation, Chip Kelly couldn't get along with people, and he was
that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
It wasn't really all on Roseman.
No,
there.
it had nothing to do with Roseman. Roseman just was. Roseman did the right thing and stepped aside.
Yeah,
for a couple of years, he stepped aside. It was a mistake.
Right.
During those mistake years, but
no, and he had a couple of drafts a few years back that weren't good either, and all that. But you're going to have your ups and downs. But he already won a title for you. So
got 2 titles.
Now he's
got 2 titles, 2 different coaches, 2 different systems, 2 different teams almost. And
but
so
the same philosophy,
same concept. But I think
they dominated on the lines of
pay
scrimmage.
him double. He should get paid double. There's how many people on sports radio are saying they're talking about Jalen, they're talking about the receivers,
It's all Howie.
Howie should get paid double.
He's the best in the NFL
tomorrow. And he's not leaving leaving the Eagles.
No, dude.
So,
and Lurie's not a cheap owner anyway. So
no, I know, but
he's a good owner.
I hope he's taking care of him. I think
Lurie's not Luria.
That's true. Yeah, we that was a tough dig to the baseball world. So that was a.
We got another cheapo in charge now. Sherman is just as cheap or worse. Actually, it's worse. I mean, it's bad. It's even worse than that.
No, but
at least the other guy would scam it and he'd sign somebody and backload the contract and then for a couple of years and then get rid of him before the contract exploded. At least he had some kind of, he brought you something a little bit, and he'd pull the rug out of you. But
was Luria there when Trader Jack?
Yeah, that was his. That was
Trader Jack is a friend.
Yeah,
friend of mine, and
he's a good man.
He's a great guy. You know the whole story
about?
So Marlins are in last place. It's June.
Yeah.
They're walking in the parking lot because Trader Jack's wife was a big slot player in Atlantic City. And so we'd sit and have lunch or hang out. And I got a nice couple of balls signed by Trader Jack. And he said, yeah, I'm walking to my car. And I look over to the owner's car. I said, man, that's a nice Mercedes. He had a brand new, I don't know, it was like 500, 550 or something. And the owner says, he goes, and he had just promoted him because he fired the coach. And he promoted him like 2 days earlier. He said, hey, you win me a World Series, I'll buy you one. And he won the World Series and he bought the car. So as bad as Luria is, he was on, and that was two people heard it.
What a lucky son of a bitch
Luria
that guy
and
is.
Trader Jack.
Luria is the luckiest piece of crap ever.
And then he dismantled the team.
Yeah. Of course, because he never assembled that team.
He got completely lucky. I mean, that's a blind squirrel getting a nut. Yeah. I mean, he literally to win that World Series.
Dombrowski left them all that talent. They added a couple of pieces.
Very few.
Yeah,
very few.
They added Pudge, they added Pierre, they added Redmond.
Pudge, yeah, that was the big one.
They added Urbina and one more middle reliever that I'm forgetting. And that's kind of what they added. And then everything else was from Dombrowski's fire sale. Miguel Cabrera, Derek Lee, Mike Lowe, all that came. Burnett, Beckett, AJ, Beckett, and Penny all came from trades. All that stuff. All that was really all from Dombrowski. He should have the second ring.
So I'm going to give you a little Trader Jack McKeon trivia here.
And speaking of Rosen, by the way, that's the best GM in my history of my life. Dave Dombrowski is the greatest.
Dombrowski
is the greatest GM in baseball in my 58 years of living. I've never seen anybody do what he did for Miami, Detroit, Boston, and Philly.
Yeah, but
now
the game's a little different now. A little more expensive.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Montreal, he built up, which should have won a World Series up against the Yankees in '94.
Yeah.
Dave Dombrowski is the greatest.
Big Red, Rusty
He's
Staub.
the greatest GM of my lifetime. I've never seen anybody have that much success with so many teams. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, back to the Miami Marlins. Jack McKeon, little note of trivia. Do you know who the guy with the number 3 number of professional baseball games is? Number 1 is Connie Mack.
Oh, you mean games
played.
Managed.
Games played.
Oh, played. Okay. Okay.
Number 2 is from the Mets, Casey Stengel.
Okay.
That's 1 and 2. Number 3 is Jack McKeon.
Really?
He had about 12 years in professional baseball in AAA.
Oh, okay.
In AAA.
He was one of those guys.
Yeah, he played a lot of games. I mean, he played in the pros too. But he played a lot of professional baseball. I said professional.
Behringer from Major League.
Oh yeah, Mark Behringer. Yeah.
Not Mark. What is it? Whatever. But he played catcher. He was the actor Behringer. Whatever. It's not Jake. It's anyway. It does. Yes, I think it was Jake actually, the character.
Yeah, but
he played, and he was like a lifelong minor leaguer, and then finally got
he
the
was
shot.
half alive. He was half alive.
Yeah,
he was half alive.
Did he ever play in the majors?
Yeah, he has more baseball. He's been involved in baseball. It's some trivia that he's number 3 behind.
No. I mean, did he play in the majors,
so,
or was he a lifelong
minor
minor leaguer?
For some asshole, some
Okay.
asshole's career.
Yeah, he was probably some backup somewhere.
Yeah,
Because I don't remember McKeon ever as a player, even as I was a kid. I don't remember.
I mean, and it may even be baseball games that he's involved in or something like that. But
you have it there,
Tom
Berenger. That's
Tom
it.
Berenger. Anyhow, but that
That's
being
it.
said, listen, Sports app is still alive and well.
Yes, we were
giving
talking
away-
about it a little bit ago.
Nowadays, we don't give a car away; we give your choice away.
Yeah.
I mean, Mercedes is not a bad little car, right? I mean,
Yeah,
not
it's
bad.
half
choice
decent.
Choice of, right?
Half decent.
Watch,
Although it's a shame what's going on with Germany. They have you know what's going on there?
No, give me the.
Oh my God, Mercedes and BMW or Volkswagen. They're firing thousands of employees. They that was the manufacturing heart of Europe was Germany,
and
they're done. They're done. Their economy is like dog shit.
In
Like
Germany,
it is Jimmy Butler's shorts. Their economy, right?
So did
And
Merker did Merker mess it up years back, or who messed it up?
No, it was
the
just
chancellor.
they mishandled everything.
No, but she was the prime minister for 8 years or something like that. She hasn't been prime minister for a couple of years, but
yeah, they refused to get into electric, so a lot of people got ahead of them and all that kind of stuff. And so what's that called?
Is it
hybrids and all that? They've kind of fallen behind, and then
you know what's so funny? It's so funny you say that. Mercedes, when you go to the Mercedes dealerships,
yeah,
they don't push the hybrids. They're like, no, our customers don't want them.
Right.
But like, I don't know if they've actually asked their customers. I'm not sure the customers want them or don't want them, but they don't a lot of other manufacturers sort of have.
Can I tell you that that's a general attitude for salespeople in pretty much every walk of whatever dealership? They all want to try to sell the gas cars.
Yeah.
They all want to try to sell the gas cars. So, and by the way, makes sense.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, because
more people are buying gas cars. 90% of the cars are gas cars.
we put the cart before the horse. You have to create the highway first.
And
there has to be an electric highway for an electric car.
And the system, that's
what I'm saying. You got to have charging units. You got to have everywhere until you get to that point, and you got to make it affordable. You don't have the structure for it all, and it's unaffordable.
And you mandate it.
Right.
And there's an idea. We should all move to California. But anyhow, so
it's like it just everything is done ass backwards.
I want to tell you something. About 5 years ago, when they were mandating electric cars, I was thinking exactly the same thing you're thinking. And some of my life investments were in oil-related companies, Sunoco, GOP, there's Chevron, and they all did very well. For my level, I'm not crypto. Crypto.
No, I get it, but it's right.
Wait, did I just put it?
I just put Sunoco in.
Thank you.
I always put Sunoco.
So last week I announced. I have repeated myself about Jersey. Maybe I got to repeat myself again. I am now officially, as I mentioned last week, a crypto investor.
Yes, you are.
And I even have a Tangent wallet.
Yes, you are.
I even have a Tangent wallet. I did not have that last week.
Wallet today, by the way.
Yes, I had a consultant, my personal consultant, come and help me out. Now I walk around with these cards. They're flagged. They're red, white, and blue. Yes. So I'm a little bit patriotic. So I like that. I'm a lot bit patriotic, and that's a good thing. So I'm diversified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I always put Sunoco when I get a chance.
Well, I appreciate that.
There's not a lot of them.
Help a brother out.
No, but not only that, you know why I do it? I think their gas is some of the best gas. They're the airplane fuel.
Yeah.
Sunoco.
Man, they're in NASCAR big time. Yeah,
NASCAR and airplane.
Yeah, so I have 3.
So if
they change?
If high performance cars and jets are using Sunoco, that's my
time out. See, I was right. See, Sean, I was right. He is a sports car guy. He's trying to be an SUV guy.
No, but
you're putting like 96 octane in that SUV.
Yeah.
No, you're putting it in your sports car.
I would.
See, I caught him.
I told you, I've always
been, man. He's a sports. I knew he was a sports guy.
I am, but I will not do it anymore. That's it. I'm done with.
So you're gonna have a souped up SUV.
I am gonna have a souped up SUV. That's
Anyhow.
what I'm gonna have. I get not with the climate anymore. Now, if I could live somewhere dry that's not going to have any
find that
floods.
place.
And,
Yeah.
By the way,
to the desert.
if there's one place I come to every Thursday that has rain and floods, it's called Hialeah.
Not Hialeah Park, Hialeah.
No, just Hialeah.
We have a dome over our building.
I went to Hialeah High. Okay.
Well,
half the time
how'd you graduate if you were high the whole time?
Well,
sorry about
it was I was creative. But half the time we didn't do PE outside because it was raining. We would be in the damn
the dome ends there. Yeah, the dome ends there. Sorry about that.
No, at Hialeah now, if you go drive by it, they said, F it. Build buildings all over the fields. We don't need them. We rain all the time. They'll be playing inside anyway. That's kind of what it is. So when I drive by Hialeah, I see there's no more field, and I'm like, well, they didn't.
There's a little football
I never
field.
used it anyway. You know when we used the field? When we all took our class pictures and we went out there for
They should get AstroTurf.
Yeah,
there you go.
And a roof.
Yeah, okay. It's Hialeah.
It's Hialeah.
It's
Dude.
Hialeah,
You need a
man.
roof, bro. I mean, it was. Just,
Anyhow, tell your viewers sports betting here at Hialeah
Mercedes.
Park. Listen, I actually saved
Rolex.
I just leave you with this. I had a little Super Bowl party. A couple of my friends came from the West Coast. They came from Fort Myers, Estero area, right? And they're from New Jersey. Did I tell you from New Jersey? Yeah. So they're New Jersey guys. They have DraftKings. They have DraftKings as their sport.
Oh yeah.
So now they're sitting in front of my TV. And they're like, "Hey, I can't make bets."
Oh.
So now I whip out my business card with the QR code. I said, "Guys, I got you all covered." They have to sign up for the Hialeah Park Sports app, which then becomes the Hard Rock Sports app. And they were making wagers, and now I have 3 new customers. Got them right at my house, homegrown, right at the house.
I love it.
Yeah, and DraftKings really happy about that. Yeah, DraftKings very happy about that.
I'm sure they're ecstatic about it.
And all of them won because they were.
So they didn't shit themselves. They won.
They didn't shit. No, they didn't shit themselves.
Yeah, they didn't Jimmy Butler the whole situation.
No, Jimmy Butler. Wow. I feel for him. No, I don't. Not really. But
you have any dealers here that have had that situation?
None.
Okay.
They're all nice and clean and good dealers.
All right,
man.
All right, baby.
Be good, guys. Take care.
Take it easy. The great Steve Calabro, baby. General Mangler out here at Hialeah Park. And there's the QR code for the $100 no regret first bet. You make your first bet, you get your $100. You're off and running. It's a beautiful thing. And then when you win a bunch of money, buy some Bitcoin. That's what you do. True Fin Fan says, Big O, I agree with you on Joe Gibbs, but the greatest system ever invented, in my opinion, was a West Coast by Bill Walsh. No, you're talking about an offensive system. I'm talking about how to build a football team. Nobody built it better than Joe Gibbs, because in order for Walsh to do everything he did it with the same players. Whereas Joe Gibbs won with 3 different quarterbacks, and it was kind of a different era from 1 to the 3rd, where you had different linemen on both sides of the ball. And so his philosophy, you're right, the best offensive scheme probably ever created was by Bill Walsh and Paul Brown. Remember, the West Coast offense was created in Cincinnati with Paul Brown and Bill Walsh. Walsh was the offensive coordinator. Brown was the head coach. They struggled to run the ball. So Bill Walsh came up with a short passing game to make up for the running game, since they could not dominate at the line of scrimmage. So they were using short passes, and that was the birth of the West Coast offense, started in Cincinnati. Okay, so that's kind of the way it developed between Paul Brown and Bill Walsh, was the architect of it. But you are right. In offensive systems, yes. But in team building philosophy, it's Gibbs and now Howie Rosen. They get it. It's not hard. Find mother effers on the O and the D line, and the rest works out for itself. And you can win Super Bowls with a Mark Rippon, with a Jalen Hurts, with a Nick Foles. guys that aren't anything special as passers. There's 1,000 passers that are way better than all those guys. But all you got to do is not screw it up in those systems. And that's it. And so that's my whole discussion, True Fin fan, that the way Rosen is doing things is the way that Joe Gibbs did it. We're going to build from inside out, and the rest will fall in place. And that's exactly what happens. So I think what Howie's doing is phenomenal. Different head coaches, different quarterbacks. That's crazy, dude. You know, it was always Bill Walsh. And even when Seifert won it, he won it with all of Bill Walsh's guys pretty much and his coaches and all that, because it was just like he was part of his coaching staff and took over, and just, you know, the whole Switzer, Jimmy Johnson. Does anybody really give Barry Switzer any credit for that champion? No, dude, that was all Jimmy Johnson, please. You know, it's kind of the same way. So that's where it's the different, that Howie is building a team, and he doesn't give a shit who the head coach is or the quarterback. He can make that shit interchangeable. That's impressive. Joe Gibbs made the quarterback interchangeable. This guy's making the head coach and the quarterback interchangeable. That's scary, bro. That's scary. Let's see. Shout out to the turn of the century D of the Ravens. I would say the Steelers Iron Curtain D of the mid-'70s. Yeah, that's one team, one style, one group of guys, and that was phenomenal, obviously. Just like the Cowboys in the mid-'90s. You're talking about some amazing teams, but that's a whole different conversation than what I'm talking about. You know, this is what Philly is doing. They're doing it with a group of completely different individuals than how he did it the first time around. That's impressive, dude. Super impressive. I wonder how many guys are left from that other championship. There can't be 5. And that would be a really high number. I'd be surprised if there's 5 guys left from the other championship. There's got to be an article or something on there that are guys. Maybe there's none. I wouldn't even be surprised if there's none left over from the other championship. That's crazy, dude. It's impressive. It really is impressive what they're doing. Remember, you can always make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we always love that. Bitcoin, by the way, at 96,575 right now. Good thing is it's not a great day in the market right now, unless you're a Caspa guy. Caspa's the one that has been, man, it's about to approach 11 cents. It's at 10.51 right now. That is really, really good. It's not a lot of green. Cardano's up about 3%, XRP 2%. It's kind of a light day today. Alethea, Liquid Intelligence is 4. Beam is up 11%. That's pretty good there. Little gaming action. Yes, sir. What'd you wow it for?
Do you know the Eagles are also the first team in the free agency era to win Super Bowls with 2 different starting quarterbacks that they drafted?
Oh, they did get Foles like in the 4th round. Yeah. No, I did not know that.
I'm just looking at articles.
Wow.
Talk about another accolade for
Howie. Yeah. Let's see. Taught me something I never knew about Paul Brown. Yeah, man. You know who was the tight end in that team? Bob Trumpy. Bob freaking Trumpy was the tight end. Excellent sideline announcer and broadcaster for us growing up. But Trumpy was in the AFL, and he was with the Cincinnati Bengals. So Bob Trumpy, Sam Weish was one of the assistant coaches. Okay? Sam Weish was the quarterback. That's what it was. Sam Weish was the quarterback of that team. Trumpy was the tight end. Paul Brown was the head coach. What's it called? Obviously, Walsh was the offensive coordinator. I'm trying to remember. There's a couple of other names that you would remember from being a hardcore fan. It's you should go check out that story of the Cincinnati Bengals, Paul Brown, and the birth of the West Coast offense. Yes.
The answer is
Yes. What is it? None.
4.
4. Wow.
Offensive tackle Lane Johnson, defensive end
right.
Brandon Graham.
Oh, that's right.
Kicker Jake Elliott.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
long snapper Rick Lovato.
Those two I would not have guessed. The other two, yes, that makes sense. Hell, Graham might have been a rookie that year that they won the Super Bowl.
He did something with Brady. That's the one that got the because there was a thing during the Super Bowl. Where
he was either a rookie or maybe second year or something. No more than that. But yeah, he was really young in those days. And thank you, True Fin Fan, for the super chat as always. I appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Only us fogies remember how great Paul Brown was. Yeah, well, I mean, Paul Brown is a godfather of football, man. He's just one of the guys. Trumpy was pretty damn good tight end as well. Yes, he was. And I loved him as a broadcaster. I thought Bob Trumpy was one of my favorites. I thought he did an excellent job of covering football and talking about it and telling you what was going on. I thought Bob Trumpy was excellent, dude. Ray says, enjoyed Bob Trumpy as a color commentator on NFL games in the 80s. Of course. He was a monster, dude. Love Bob Trumpy. It was like, what's this other guy that I used to love also doing the games? Jesus. Maybe I'll remember his name as it goes on. But yeah, Trumpy was one of those that I just absolutely love. Oscar, good to see you yesterday, bro. Where were you? You said you were going to come back, and I waited for you, and you didn't show up, bro. But thank you so much, man, for showing up, dude. I was hoping you would come back. Says, I've been watching the Led Zeppelin movie. Good so far. A lot of rare footage. Also some funny scenes. The contrast in crowds when they play Communication Breakdown, LOL. I'll check it out. I haven't checked it out yet, but I am going to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. What the hell? Maybe I'll watch it tonight. That might be an option. So the Jets officially ended the failed experiment with Aaron Rodgers. $49 million of dead cap money. They'll spread it over 2 years. That's wow. What are you going to do, right? Experience is the great teacher, and it's encouraging to see you are willing to learn. I learn something new all the time. That's why I truly appreciate learning from older people in every aspect. And when you're old, you've been around a little bit. So you've seen a few things. So you remember a few things. That's kind of the way it goes, you know? Virgil Carter? What's that for? Why are you mentioning Virgil Carter?
I'm trying to look up the coaches that was there. And it says the Bengals 1970, they drafted Greg Cook. And the reason that they kind of started forming the West Coast offense is because Virgil Carter, an emergency backup who could only make accurate short passes but could not throw the ball deep like Cook once could. So
and they couldn't run the ball.
Brown and Walsh went with Carter's limitations, a scheme that was the genesis of
the West Coast offense. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people, it's called the West Coast offense, but it was born in the Midwest.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know what I mean? It's the West Coast offense, but it's really the Midwest offense that went to the West Coast. It became famous in the West Coast, but it was born in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, kind of like that. Big O, I'm so old that when I went to school, there was no history. LOL. NorCal says, I'm on my 6th round of my exercise, hoping I don't pull a Butler. I feel terrible for the Jets, Big O. You? And your most sarcastic response, please. Me? I mean, yeah, I really feel bad for the Jets. Yeah. It's sad that Aaron Rodgers can't be with them for a few more years. I think it would have been fantastic to have him there for a few more years. I would have enjoyed him butlering that team up for a few years. I think it would have been productive. I mean, in fact, sometimes, Jet fans have to look at it this way. Didn't they win like 7 or 8, 9 games with him? A couple times, right? That's right around the 2 years. Didn't they win like 7 and 9 games? I want to say they won 9 last year, 7 this year, or something like that. I don't know. If you're a Jet fan, that might be the best to come. I'm just saying. You're going to regret it. You guys are going to wish you had him back. No, what was it? What were the records?
He's been with them, the last 2
years?
Or last
just two. Just 2.
7-10 last year, 5-12 this year.
Oh, 5. Okay.
So 12 total. I mean, you're close.
I was close, but
for the thing, yeah.
But 7 is a lot for the Jets.
That's true.
You may not get more than 7.
Hold on a minute. Wow. 2015, they went 10-6. After that, they go 5-11, 5-11, 4-12, 7-9, 2-14, 4-13, 7-10, 7-10, 5-12.
Could be the best you see. I say you beg them back and give them double the money. That's what you should do. Okay. There you go. Got you laughing there, True Fin fan? Good, my brother. I appreciate you. Rojas says, sorry, I had to take off back to Melbourne. Well, that's a long-ass drive. I'll catch you next month when I come down again for my birthday. We'll hang out. Oh, good. That'll be good. Come on down, bro. It's good to see you. Good to meet you. Good to see you. You're always on this damn chat board. All right, we are out of here. We appreciate all of you out there. Thank you for keeping it locked here. We thank, of course, the Brunetti family, John Brunetti Jr., as always. Thank you, sir, for being so supportive of our platform. Of course, the amazing Steve Calabro, always incredibly supportive of our platform, and we thank him. And, of course, everybody else here at Hialeah Park that makes it nice and easy for Sean and myself to do our thing every single week here. We thank all of you out there. Those of you that send in a super chat, thank you. A Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. You can use the QR codes. You can send them in day or night whenever you're watching, and we always appreciate it, and we always respond. Thank you as always. So if you ever have any questions, comments, insults, send them in that way. That's another way. And, of course, follow us on Twitter at Big O Show, or Instagram, Threads, or Blue Sky at Big O Radio Show. You can catch us there. We will see you tomorrow morning live, of course, from Acura of Pembroke Pines at 10 a.m. Y'all be good.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.